What's up, guys? So I've been getting a lot of questions from first-time buyers on where I source my deals from or how I look for deals. So I wanted to make a quick video just taking you guys through a couple of the marketplaces I look at and my thoughts on them. So I thought the best place to start would, of course, be acquire.com. So I'd say Acquire is probably the largest and most popular online marketplace for startups. So I generally, of course, look at businesses under $25,000 or under $50,000 as an asking price, but Acquire has a range of businesses all the way from a few $100 all the way up to a few $1 million. Um, they have a great platform that really streamlines the process, from the legal aspects of things like NDAs, LOIs, asset purchase agreements, they've really done a good job of streamlining the entire process. And so Acquire is paid. It's free to view the listings, but it is paid to actually contact buyers, sellers, and look at the specific details about a business. Um, so yeah, just a basic look at kind of what Acquire has available. It has all of these different listings. And the best part is that you can filter through them, right? Either through specific searches or you can filter it by type, so I generally look at SaaS content, mobile app, Shopify app, could have certain price requirements, right? So at like 100,000. And then they even have more filters, right? So you can filter it by date listed, revenue multiple, location. I like having a minimum of 6 months for age. And some people like to filter it by number of customers as well. And yeah, what I really like about Acquire, I'd say, is the filterability and the various options that they have on their marketplace. The next marketplace I'd like to take you guys to is Microns. Um, Microns is an amazing marketplace. Microns is also a very similar site to Acquire. It has lesser filters, but I'd say mainly the businesses on Microns are on sale for a few $1,000s, right? They don't go quite as high as Acquire. And I do think the smaller deals are much better to find on Microns. Um, I think Microns is paid to access the listings. You can't access the listings for free, which is a downside, but they do have a lot of listings available, a lot of different categories. As you can see, the asking price is maxed out at 100,000, and they do have some pre-revenue businesses, you know, different sort of just, yeah, different, a lot of different smaller businesses. Um, Another marketplace I do look at is Borderline Biz. So what I really like about this marketplace is that all of the listings are available to you for free. Um, and it is a marketplace that's been there for very long, so it does have some older listings, and it doesn't have as good filterability. But I think filtering it by things like popular or most contacted, like this business is just say up for sale for $500, making about $100 a month. I'm not sure how accurate those numbers are, but even this business, at 1100 MRR, 62,000 is pretty expensive, but these are some interesting businesses, that depending on what you're looking for, it can give you ideas, for things you want to start, things like that. Um, so yeah, so Microns and Borderline are definitely on the more micro startup side of things. Another marketplace that's known pretty well is of course Flippa. It Flippa is a fairly big marketplace as well. I think they do lean more towards just the mass number of businesses. They have they have a lot of listings, and I have seen a couple of problems with Flippa where the listings aren't quite accurate. Maybe they haven't been verified, or maybe the seller is inflated numbers a little bit. So I don't really tend to look at Flippa a lot because there are a lot of listings, out of which um, there are problems with a few of them, but at the same time, Flippa is very, very popular. It ranks well for SEO. It gets a lot of listings. Find a business which you can just pick up for cheap. I think Flippa is a pretty good option because it does just have a lot of listings. So it's hard for buyers to go through all of them, right? Whereas with, let's say, Acquire, that there are fewer listings, so buyers are much more active there. Um, but yeah, Flippa also does have a lot of filters, a lot of different listings. So depending on what you're looking for, I would say it is 100% worth a look. Um, Another site that I've looked at a couple of times, I think this was when I just first was getting started, is called Biz Buy Sell. So I do think Biz Buy Sell is the least reliable out of all of the marketplaces I've mentioned so far in terms of um, trusting the listing, trusting the metrics, and just knowing that that business is kind of being able to take the listing at face value. Let's say that. I think that you can do that for the other marketplaces I've shown, but I don't think you can do that quite as easily for Biz Buy Sell. I think they do have a much wider range in terms of main street businesses. So these are, as you can see, restaurants, established businesses that have a physical location, you know, um, that so that it's just a very different kind of business that you're looking for compared to online businesses, SaaS businesses. So I think Biz Buy Sell is interesting if that's what you're looking for specifically. Um, a couple of shout outs that I want to give is to some of the people that I regularly view listings from. One of them is Helen. She has a newsletter called the SMB Deal Hunter, where she sends five businesses for sale every week. As you can see over here, she's mentioned some of the businesses that she sent out, and they're just very, very interesting businesses. Generally the larger ticket side, so around a few $1 million. But I get a lot of value from a newsletter, so definitely that's one to subscribe to. Something on the lower purchase price. Look on Matt, he's running a newsletter called Under 2K, where it's businesses that all businesses that are sale for are under $2,000. Right, so he sends out a newsletter, and I think he built a bit of a marketplace as well. So yeah, it's called under2k.net. Has a couple of different businesses for sale already. From what I've seen, I don't think any of these are worth it, but for the right person, they would definitely be worth it, right? So, makes sense. It's a lot of domains, smaller businesses, websites, things like that. But, just want to give a shout out to the under 2000 range. And the last one that I will mention is micro assets. So this is another one very similar to my newsletter, where they're sending projects that are for sale for under $50,000. What I really like about micro assets is the founders, Frank. He's super genuine, a really nice guy. Been supporting me for long, and they just go through a really great diverse set of listings. So they do have a marketplace that's coming up. They also have listings that are being sent. I'm trying to find the newsletter specifically, but yeah, they just have a diverse range. It could be a business for sale for a few $100 all the way to a business, at like 1 or 2K MRR selling for 10, $20,000. So and like they tend to prioritize quality over quantity, and I really appreciate that because it then you know that each email that you get is gonna have some interesting kind of opportunities. Um, so yeah, I think that's it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Happy to answer any more questions in the comments below, from any of you first time buyers or other buyers, who are interested in like the online acquisition space and are curious where you can sort of source deals from, where you can find different kind of businesses because it really is a large world out there, right? There are a lot of options and there's a lot of mistakes to be made, so you do have to be careful. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and were able to get some value from it. Um, Feel free to kind of like, share, and follow if you do think this is something that you and others would find helpful. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.